What's up, everybody? It's George here. We're back with another video. Now today's video is going to be an update video on this studio being redone. As I had mentioned to you, my main computer that was running Cubase and really the heart and brains behind the studio took a dirt nap, and I had to make an update. I updated to an iMac computer running Pro Tools, and I'm completely going through all the wiring and redoing the studio and resetting everything back up. Now, going from Cubase to Pro Tools has definitely been an experience. So far, everything is going along great. I've been online taking courses at lynda.com on Pro Tools Essentials. I've actually completed all 60 hours of that course, and now I'm working on the mastering and mixing course that they offer. I want to be ready to hit the ground running so that all the equipment is in place and I'm proficient at using it so we can start recording and making some good music. Now, right now I have most of the heart and brain of the studio set up upstairs in the dining room so I can do all my testing and make sure everything is working. And while I'm taking the classes, it really helps to have everything close at hand. So why don't we go ahead and head upstairs first and take a look and see what I've got set up in the dining room. Okay, here we are back up in the dining room, and I have my dining room table completely occupied by the heart and brains of the studio. I have everything set up here so I can test everything. It's a lot easier to trace wiring down and figure out what's going on before I get it down in the studio. I want to make sure that everything is going perfectly. The first thing that you can see is my new iMac, and that's a Core i5, a 21.5-inch iMac, running the latest Pro Tools 11 software. As you can see, I have a number of plugins. I got all the latest and greatest plugins, and so far everything is going great. Still have just a little bit more tweaking, and very soon we'll be starting to cart some of this stuff down into the studio. There you can see there's my Fostex studio headphones. It's imperative that you have a good set of headphones when you're mixing, and also a good set of studio monitors. Those are Mackie studio monitors. As you can see, I only have one up here. It's because there wasn't room on the table for any more, but really all I needed was one, and I'm just swapping the outputs, making sure that everything is working. And moving around, here we can see the 18-channel Helix Firewire 18 mixer, and it is also tied directly into Pro Tools and into the Mac. As you can see, I have one mic up here that I'm using for testing across all of the channels, and for doing that I'm using my Marshall MXL 890 vocal mic with isolation and pop filter. And so far all the testing is going good. MIDI throughs are working, audio throughs are working, control room outputs are working. Everything is going exactly as it should. Around this side you can see there's my 61 key Alesis controller. I have that connected USB, and the Helix is Firewire. And so far everything is going according to plan. Each one of these components will be taken downstairs one at a time as I prepare each station, and hopefully pretty soon everything's going to be down there and we're going to be taking a final tour of the finished studio. For right now, let's go ahead and take a walk down and see what it looks like as a work in progress. I have stuff everywhere, but you can see what it takes to transform a studio from an old Cubase system to a modern Pro Tools based system. So let's head downstairs. And here we go into the studio, which is a work in progress. I actually have completed the drum station. I've got all the wiring done, all the drums are all tightened up and tuned up. I do have a Shure mic, ceiling mounted for the drummer, and everything is ready to go there. Moving around the room, you can see that that's about one of the only things that's currently set up. Everything is being moved out while I redo all the wiring. I did get the wiring complete on the vocal PA system. That's a Core audio system. So that's done. And I also have the keyboard station is done, with the exception of the Alesis 61 MIDI controller. That'll be coming down here as soon as I finish all my testing upstairs. But this station and all the wiring is done, and I'm going to go over all this equipment piece by piece in the final tour when everything is done. But I just wanted to show you what it's like when you're in the middle of tearing one of these home studios apart and redoing everything. I'm redoing all the wiring. As you can see, everything is pretty much in unrest, but hopefully in a week or so I plan to have most of this done. I've got pretty much all of the wiring now not hanging down. There is kind of a lot of wiring over there where I have my router, my cable modem, and my switch for all the computers in the house, but for the most part, I have all the wiring cleaned up. Everything's either ready to be rerouted or has been rerouted. So there you have it. A work in progress, but coming along great. I'll be shooting another video of the final studio coming soon, and hopefully everything is going to go according to plan. Okay, so there you have it. As you can see, it is a work in progress, but number one, the foundation, the building blocks, going to a Mac, which really does lend itself to studio recording, going to a high-end recording package, DAW, like Pro Tools 11, is really setting the standard, and I'm getting the studio set up just the way that I want, so I can either record an entire band down here at once, or I can record just myself and do multi-track recording. Stay tuned for the next video where you're going to see a completed tour of the video, and I'll go over all of the equipment and how I have everything hooked up. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy recording.